guys, welcome back. The next week or so, probably, maybe even longer, I'm going to be working on a bunch of things on the same video. I need to kind of jump around from project to project so I can start getting this stuff done, and I need to get it out of the shop. I need to get this cabinet out of the shop, I need to get the Playboy cabinet out of the shop, and I need to get the Robotron and the Sinistar out of here. I got too much stuff in here, and this front area of my shop is not very big. Until the back's done, I'm kind of crammed in up here. I have most of the 59 Impala that I painted last weekend is wet sanded. I'm going to be buffing that probably starting tomorrow. I was going to put this cabinet in the back building, and then I was thinking about it today, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to fix it real quick and put it in the basement. Why put it back into an area of the building that, you know, is prone to moisture and stuff right now? That just really doesn't make sense. So I might as well just clean up this cabinet, get the paint touched up, reglue the bottom and everything, and then just take it in the house. And then I can slowly work on everything else. Off camera today, earlier, between wet sanding, I pulled the rest of the stuff off the play field that needed to come off. So this too can be sanded down and then taken into the basement. When it's in the basement, I'll take some stuff off and clean it and put it back on. So basically, we'll just take some of these parts off, clean them all up, and paint them, and then bring them back down to the basement and put them on. Like, for instance, these coil brackets. They have like white residue all over them. We'll take all these. We'll probably, in one shot, I'll take off like this whole front mechanism, that one and that one, and then we'll wire wheel them down and paint them with some silver paint. You know, and then I'll take those three off down there. Just do a little bit at a time. But this is ready for sanding. So once it's sanded, I'll probably use like window cleaner or maybe some wax and grease remover first and really wipe it down good and then sand it. I'm going to watch the video on the outer, I think it's called Edge to Edge Overlays. I think that's the name of the company. I'm going to watch his video to see, because I don't know what grit sandpaper they want me to sand it to. And I believe, if anybody can help me, I think this stays. I'm not positive, but I don't think that gets an overlay over it because of this dip in here. So I think the overlay stops like underneath that board or something. I'm not sure. Like I said, I've never done it, so I don't know. But anyways, so probably tomorrow night I'll knock that out so I can get that in the basement. Also, I need to get those four legs over there sanded and painted, because that is for the Grand Prix. So I can get the Grand Prix standing up on its legs rather than laying on its back right now. So first thing I want to do is, I got other things too, but first thing I want to do is we're going to take the stuff out of this cabinet that I threw in there earlier, flip this thing over, and we're going to glue it. I bought some Gorilla epoxy glue. It's a 2-part glue, and the reason why I'm going to use that rather than regular carpenter's glue is I think that it'll set faster. I think it sets in like 12 hours. I'm just a little worried on the carpenter's glue staying wet up here for a long time, and I don't want it to do that. So I think the epoxy glue is going to be the better way to go. And also all these metal pieces here, I got another piece of metal. It's a hair thicker than this. I went to Home Depot earlier and I picked up glue. I bought 2 tubes of it because I wasn't sure exactly how much I was going to use, but I went and grabbed 2 tubes of this stuff. And it says 5-minute set time. Water resistant. It's for metal, wood, ceramic, glass, plastic, and more. So I figured, you know, being water resistant, it's clear. It'll help, you know, seal the bottom up from ever wicking any new moisture into it. Using a well-ventilated area. 5 minutes to apply and position. Allow to cure for 30 minutes, undisturbed. No weight or handling for 24 hours for load-bearing weight. So that's fine. I mean, I'm just going to leave it clamped overnight. Remove excessive wet glue with a dry cloth with acetone or mineral spirits, following solvent manufacturer's recommendations. So hopefully I can get it to get what I need to do to it in 5 minutes so I can clamp it. It's a little quicker than I thought, but whatever. Here's the piece of metal I got. I got it at Home Depot. It's a hair thicker, but it'll be fine. You can buy this in the heating and air conditioning section. $23 for this big piece. It's 2 foot by, I don't know if it says on the tag here, 36 by 48. So it's 3 foot by 4 foot. More than enough to do the inside of this for 20 some dollars. So we'll bend up new stuff for the head. We'll cut it down to the sizes of those pieces and bend them. And I want to get the piece of wood cut for this and get it painted tonight, so that tomorrow I can clean this stuff up and install it onto the board. So I want to just let the board dry overnight. So let me clear everything off of here. We'll flip this upside down. I got to grab a couple clamps so that we can get this done first. And then we'll move on to the sheet metal. And then we'll move on to cutting the piece of wood for the power brick, because I want to get that harness out of here and get it in the basement so I can start putting space encounters together. And we can test it then, see if we can get the board to work. I'm going to buy new glass for this. And I was thinking today I might just buy a hard top for the Playboy cabinet as well. If I don't know, it's like $350, I think it is. And by the time I sand it down, touch up the paint, clear coat it, sand it, clear coat it, I'm probably just going to be better off to just buy the hard top, because they make it for Playboy, they make it for this game. So I don't know. I think I'm probably just going to go that route. A little bit more money than I was planning on spending on it, but in the end, I think it'll just be quicker and it'll look nicer. You know, some of this stuff you got to weigh in your time. You know, the good thing about Playboy is I have 2 play fields, a populated one and an unpopulated one. The unpopulated one is completely empty. So it's basically, I could literally sand it down and stick the overlay on it right away. I don't have to do a lot of things to get it prepped and ready. Obviously, Silverball, I had to take everything off the outside. I am going to be painting the rails and the coin door black. Some people like the idea, one person didn't, but I mean, I like the idea. I think it's going to look good. So that's what I'm going with. So yeah, we're just going to cut some. This is just the back piece. It's just a perfect rectangle. We'll just cut that out. Then we got to cut these side pieces, and we'll bend some new ones. I just don't want to use this stuff because there's like a bunch of funky stuff on here, and I don't know. I'm just going to make new. These are just rectangular pieces. So basically, the only thing we really need to bend are the 2 corners. I think that's it. Yeah, everything else is just straight pieces. So that won't be too bad, really. So that'll actually go pretty quick. The inside of this cabinet is nasty right now, but I'm not messing with the inside of the cabinet. I'm more worried about getting the wood glued back in. Or together, rather. And there's a nasty piece of metal under here we're going to take off, and we'll make a new piece of metal. I should have enough with that sheet of metal that I bought. Because look at that. Look at that junk. Oh, let's pull this off real quick. A little later tonight than I was supposed to be. I should have been out here an hour ago. I had to put a new doggy door on the house because the puppy runs through the doggy door at like 100 miles an hour and ripped the rubber off the top of it. So there was a bunch of cold air coming in the house. And of course, you can't buy the same size doggy door 5 years later. So I had to cut the door bigger to fit the new one. So that wasted an hour. And then the puppy was scared to go in and out of the door. So I had to sit outside with a treat, get her to come out. So that ate up a lot of time. This is a thicker piece of steel, but I'm just gonna put a thinner one on. What's it matter? I'm not gonna actually put it on today. I'm gonna just cut it to this size and leave it off until the cabinet's done. But this is a little weak. We'll strengthen it up. Or I'll put a new, maybe I should put a new bottom piece on it, to be honest with you. You know what? If I take this bottom piece off, I can technically clamp each side then, rather than running a clamp all the way across. Maybe I should just do that, because this is kind of wonky. I mean, if I can get it out in one piece, I could just duplicate it, holes exactly, and put it right back in. And to be honest with you, I can use a little bit thicker of a piece because it's recessed in. It's not really going to matter. That'll get rid of more of the nasty smell. You know what? To be honest with you, since I've taken it apart, it's gotten a lot better. Trying to roll this over, I don't want to rip the veneer off the side of the cabinet. See if I can pop that bottom out. It's hot in here. I gotta turn the heater down real quick. 1 second. That bottom is it's just masonite. That's all this stuff is. One block is holding it on pretty much. It's impressive. What the hell was that? I don't know what that was. Got it. Yeah, this will be extremely easy to just duplicate this, guys. Then that's just one less thing I need to be worried about that's all warped and smelly. And now I can get underneath these bases here and clean all that crud out. That's all in there. Screwdriver for now. This is loose right here, but we can tighten that up. About it too much right now. Never worry about getting the outside taken care of first. I do need to cut off a piece of staple right there. as well get that out of the way. You know what? Is that? Hooked myself. Okay, that's the bad side. This side has barely anything going on compared to the other side. I'm gonna go grab a couple clamps and we're just gonna go for it. Do one side at a time. That side barely needs anything. So basically, I have to mix this up. I do. Crap, I didn't think about that. I thought it came out of the thing as one. All right. Thinking here. I thought it went 2 into 1 like my automotive stuff, but it doesn't. So now I gotta mix this stuff. Can't win them all. That's all right. It is what it is, guys. We'll make it work. How are you supposed to open the damn thing? Like that. Oh, this stuff is sticky. Smells like a skunk. Actually, that was working really good. Probably way too much, but you could tell that this is going to stick fast. It is. I never used this stuff before. I've used other stuff, but not this brand. But I kind of like that I can spread it around with this Bondo spreader and coat all the wood with it. It's like it's getting it on both surfaces, which is good. Good thing I bought 2 tubes. I almost started putting it out without mixing it. Uh-oh. Get that other tube opened up. Oh yeah, you can tell that's gonna hold. The other side is not bad, it's only a little section. Should still be okay. I have 5 minutes, so to get it clamped. It's probably only been a minute. This is a little mixing paddle they give you. to smell like a skunk. This stuff all over my fingers. Making sure the end is completely sealed off. I don't feel any bubbles underneath this piece of wood, so that's good. Hopefully that'll stay. This stuff is $6 a tube, so 12 bucks is not bad. Probably should have put gloves on. I have to wash my hands with like lacquer thinner. But yeah, look at this stuff. Hopefully I can find a teal paint that matches in a spray can. I'll have to go to Lowe's tomorrow and see what they have in the Krylon. I think they'll probably have something pretty close. Seems like a pretty standard teal color. And I'm repainting all of it, so if I could just get it close. Grab another clamp. Some of this is missing up here. Ugh. It's holding it without a clamp. That little piece is getting held back on. Seems like it might work, guys. Really well. All right. Start marking this. So the back piece (25 1/8), 21 1/4. 21 1/4. Lost my pencil line. Sure did. Cut it that way first. I'm going to use my electric shears. Running out of room in here, guys. Too many projects. Just saw the marks. They're there. It's funny because you can only see them sometimes from one side. You see one of them. I just broke my pencil. These frickin' pencils from Home Depot are garbage. Can't put any pressure on them or the lead breaks. Complete junk. Does anybody make anything good anymore? You gotta leave it like real short, the lead. There's my new back. Now the side should be the same height, I think. This, I think, is the bottom. That's, yep, that's the bottom. No, I don't know. The bottom didn't get one. Oh, Oh, the sides are taller. Oh, you know why? The back doesn't go all the way to the bottom. And that's why they have those angle pieces to cover up the cornering blocks. I see. All right, this is the top. These are the sides. Actually, look at that. I can use this for the bottom. It's actually the perfect size, guys. It's so damn close that I'm not even gonna cut it again. It's like an 1/8 inch wider and an inch longer. Who cares? What the heck's that gonna matter? I'm gonna have to cut it down. Lengthwise, I'm gonna have to cut it that way a hair. So we'll just trim that a hair and that'll be my bottom. And these shears do not throw metal in the air at all. As you can see, it just curls it up. I use these a lot for cutting quarter panels off a car. Still might be a hair more off. Tiny bit more off. Other than cutting a hole in that for the switch, that's done. And you guys get cool curly cues. Put them on your earrings, do whatever you want with them. I need to get a new piece of paper printed up. I don't have a house printer right now. I might just buy a cheap one on Amazon. You can get one for like 50 bucks. $23.25 by 6. 2 of them. Oh, this has got some weird thing going on there. All the sheets had them at Home Depot. Cut it this way. one more of those, 23¼ by 6. I keep tripping on this damn cart. Okay, so we got a top and 2 corners to make then. Which should be 6 inches one way. 6 by 23¼ wait, that's the side. 6, 25 1/8. Hard to see it going this direction because the grain of the metal's going that way. Yeah, it's right on that fold. All right, now we just have the side pieces, the ones that we have to bend. I'm gonna save these pieces for now, just in case. 21 1/4. Two and a half inches. 2.5 by 21 1/4. One more piece. All right, you gotta make a little bends on these guys. Hopefully I can get to the bender. I don't know where I put the bender. A little dark back here, but you can see, I think. I can pretty much eyeball these things. It's just a 1/2 inch. This side, I'm gonna have to mark. Anytime you put a bend in metal, it makes it 10 times stronger. There's one corner. And you can just feel how much stronger it becomes. It's crazy. Okay. I gotta leave the light on because I gotta grab a piece of plywood. Look at that, guys. Perfect. Once it gets stapled in there, she'll be perfect. It'll look brand new used. Eight 5/8 by 6 3/4. This is why I save all these scraps of wood. Anything worth saving, I save because of dumb things like this. Where did I put my glasses? There they are. Battery's dead. Can I get the last little bit? Come on. Come on. Got it. All right. Giving the edges a little bevel so they don't splinter. So this wood I get from work for free. Pallets come in, and some of the pallets have this on the bottom of the pallet. I don't know why, but it has, look at how many layers it is It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a 10-ply piece of 3/4 inch plywood. I don't know why they put them on the pallets. It really doesn't need it, but hey, whatever. I just take it. It goes. They get rid of it anyways. Got my trusted Krylon matte black. We'll let that dry for like 10 minutes, flip it over and do the other side. And the other side will be the side that shows up in the cabinet. This side will go down in the cabinet. Curious to see how this glue is drying. If it's drying yet. Oh, it's drying. It's like sticky, but not really sticky. It's actually, that's pretty freaking impressive, guys. It doesn't look like nothing's moving. I almost wonder if I should unclamp it. Nah, I think, well, this is what makes me nervous is I got a little bit between the two woods right there. Just don't want that wood to really stick to the other wood, which I think it might be. Well, maybe not. Dude, that's some fucking, that's, pardon my language, but that's some freaking strong glue. Damn. I'm gonna take it off the other side. I don't want that to be a fully cured, and then I have an issue with it. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. Dude, that feels freaking awesome. I don't even feel ripples. I feel one tiny ripple right here. But I think that's to do with this brace. Man, it feels awesome. There ain't no way I can pick that apart. Heck no, that's good. That is awesome. So if you guys ever want to use that stuff to do a quick fix, I recommend it. If you need something to hold quickly, and you know what I mean, obviously you don't want to do any rough sanding or anything on it for 24 hours, but I would 100% with what I just saw here. It took me probably about a half an hour to do all the metal work, and within that time this was setting up, and it's freaking strong. Now I don't recommend, I probably wouldn't leave the wood on, because this is what it's currently like right now, where the wood was holding it, and it doesn't really stick to my fingers too much, but if you let it full cure, I would be surprised if that wood would want to come off the outside or not. But yeah, that's freaking awesome. I'm glad I used that rather than wood glue, because I was just nervous with the wood glue going down there so far, rippling up that thin layer even worse because of the moisture in the glue. I didn't know if it would do that or not. So definitely happy that I went with that. And this front piece stuck all by itself without even having to. So I think by using this with that Bondo knife and shoving it down there, I got a good amount of glue on both sides, and it was like contact cement, and the two went together nicely. So I'm gonna pause this for a minute, and I'm gonna put these clamps away, and I'll flip that piece of wood over and paint the other side of that. And then we're gonna drill a hole for the on-off switch underneath the cabinet, and that's going to be it for this video. I'm gonna eyeball the center. About a 2 1/4. About a 5 1/4. Okay. Just looking at it and I lost it. There it is. It's not working that good because it's so thin. Not working that good. We'll fix it though. We'll make it work. Told you we'd make it work. No quitting. Let me go grab a little sander for that. Beautiful. Flip this guy over. Dry enough. Did I ever tell you guys I hate Rust-Oleum? Probably never told you that, huh? All right, I am done. So tomorrow night, we will sand down the playfield, clean the wiring harness and the transformer, the transformer. We'll clean the transformer, paint that, clean the wiring harness and stuff for space and counters. We'll get that done so then I can bring that in the house. We're gonna paint the 4 legs for Grand Prix. Sand them and get those painted. Maybe we'll put a new bottom on this tomorrow so I can get it flipped back over. What else do I want to work on? Maybe start doing a little body work to this. Like I said, I want to get these things out of my way. And the safest place is going to be is to take them into the basement, but I got to get them cleaned up and painted first. So we're going to spray bomb the whole inside of that with white. It was mostly white from the factory. We're going to do the whole entire thing. And then we'll use new white spray paint on the outside, teal spray paint, and black spray paint. I still might put a clear coat over it. I still just might put a satin clear over it just to seal everything in. I probably will. I'm hoping to have that Impala out of here this week. End of the weekend, somewhere in that area, because then that'll free up some space for me. So I can get this thing painted up, finished. I can get the Playboy. I want to get the Playboy out of here. And then we can finally get on the Robotron and Sinistar. I want to get those things out of here. But I'm trying to get this stupid stuff out of my way. I keep buying stuff and clogging up the shop. And I got to quit doing that, which I always say and I never do. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Let me know what you guys think about this stuff that I did tonight. We got the board ready for Space Encounters. We got the metal done for the head. We got the cabinet glued back together with some pretty badass glue, I must say. It's just a Gorilla Glue. You get it at Home Depot or Lowe's. It's epoxy clear, 3,300 PSI strength. It's a 5-minute set, and it's water resistant. So this is what what it looks like. They sell this in clear and in black. So let's say you had a black cabinet and it was in really nice shape. And let's just say, I don't know, a corner was peeling off like it was on this. You can buy the black stuff, cram it in there, and probably spread it on the edge and let it dry, and it probably wouldn't look too bad at all. So I'm just a little nervous. I'm just checking it to make sure nothing's delaminating again, and it's not. It's stuck. It's not going anywhere ever again. It's not even flexing when I put a bunch of pressure on it. So, all right, guys, I'm going to end this video. Like I said, tomorrow night we'll just keep continuing on. I'll have the harness done for Space Encounters. That'll be out of here. The playfield for Silverball will be out of here. Hopefully we can make a new bottom and get that piece of the bottom out of here. We'll take that piece of glass, stick it in the back shop for now. I'm going to give that to my buddy Greg. I'm just going to buy new glass for this because I plan on keeping this pinball and I plan on keeping Playboy. So I'm going to get 2 pieces of glass, brand new for both of these. So I'm going to give him my old glass from both cabinets because he just does cheaper fix-ups and sells them to people. So those would be great for him. I'm probably going to go to Holland Computers in Elyria. It's about an hour and a half from me. I looked online and I looked at a couple glass places, and tempered glass is getting freaking stupid expensive. I couldn't find a piece. It's 23 by 40 or 21 by 43, I think the measurements are. And I was just going to see if I can get it from a local glass guy, and it was like $100. I can go to Holland Computers and get it for $69 a piece. If I drive there, I don't have to pay shipping. So I might as well just drive there. When I'm halfway there one day working, I'll just go there and pick up a couple pieces. I mean, then I'll have some nice, I mean, if I'm going to put a hardtop overlay on the playfield, you got to have a nice piece of glass. I mean, $69 really is not that bad. So that's what I'm going to do with that. So, all right, I'll see you guys tomorrow night. We'll keep moving forward. And you guys have a good night. And once again, any questions or comments, feel free to ask. I believe as of right now, I'm 9 subscribers away from 10,000, guys. I am really close. So maybe another week or two, we'll be ready for the giveaway video. So if you have not subscribed, you subscribe to the channel. Go find the giveaway video. It's probably a month or 2 ago. I made it. Leave a message on that video. It's the only way you're entered to win. But watch that video to tell you what you'll win. And make sure you're subscribed. So other than that, I'm out of here, guys. Have a good night.